Enemies are fire sales over. Adjusting prices. Mark remaining up.
What the? Oh.
So I have a simple question for you guys. What's better than one shotgun? 2 shotguns? Yeah, absolutely. 3 shotguns? We can probably do better. How about 4 shotguns? That's right. Today's video, we're going to be a little crazy, we're going to be a little wild, and we're going to be rocking 2 akimbo shotguns, meaning we're going to have 4 shotguns in total in our loadout. Say goodbye to any range whatsoever for the most part, as you'll see soon. And hello, 4 shotguns. This is ridiculous, it's absurd, and I wanted to make a video on it because it's actually hilarious and super fun to use, and honestly, it's just a good time. If Warzone's been feeling a little stale to you, you need something to kind of change it up, it's time to start experimenting with some fun stuff, and I have a 4 shotgun build for you to absolutely try out. Now, I do want to give a quick shout out on Twitter to DJ Abouty47 or Jabouty47. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's how you say the name, but as you can see on screen, I got the idea from him as he mentioned on my Twitter feed that he was using 2 akimbo shotguns and he had 4 shotguns in total, and that kind of ignited a little spark in my brain, and I thought, oh my god, this would be a great video to make. So that is why we are here today. So shout out to you, man. This is super fun and I gotta share it with all of you guys. So let's go ahead, briefly talk about each shotgun. I'll share with you guys the loadout itself, and then I'll share my thoughts and all that typical stuff. And of course, timestamps will be in the description below if you want to hop to a certain part of the video. With both of the shotguns in question, I've made videos on the past about each of them, most recently with the JAK Devastators, how they got a stealth buff in Season 6, so I'll briefly talk about some key points about each of them, and then share with you guys the loadout and all that good stuff. And as a note here, since they're both akimbo, I'm talking about with the time to kill and the damages and stuff, everything is going to be as if you're shooting both of them in the left and right hand at the same exact time, because that's what most people will end up doing. Now, with the JAK Devastators, they deal enough damage to insta-down, meaning it's basically a one-shot kill, firing both at the same time again, out to about 2.3 meters. Then you can 2-tap out to about 4.7 or so, and then you can 3-tap if you get lucky with your spread out to 12, but it'll usually take 3 to 4 at that range, and you only get 4 shots in each shotgun, so you got to keep that in mind. Now, that's a 0 millisecond time to kill, 300 or 600 if you get lucky, and if it's a 4-shot, it'll take 900. So this is a spam cannon with the ability to actually one-shot down people. It's insanely fun and extremely good after the buff. It is like a one-on-one machine. Like, it's really hard to lose a gunfight with these. Of course, I've lost them just because I miss like a potato, and it happens sometimes, but generally, if you're playing somewhat decently, it's going to be pretty hard to not win a one-on-one gunfight as long as you're in that really close range. Now, the JAK Wardens, again, I've also talked about these in the past. These still seem to be a bit bugged in our favor, of course, in Warzone, because despite what something like sim.gg says, which is extremely accurate and I always use for shotgun stats, in the game they actually deal different damage and they're capable of 2-tapping players out to about the 20-meter mark. I don't know why it's doing this. It's been like this ever since they came out, or at least after one update or two. So yeah, you can 2-tap out to 20 meters, but the reality of that actually happening is very slim because there's a bunch of spread, and you'll notice these can be pretty inconsistent, mostly because of the spread, and if you're jumping around, they can kind of just make their spread even wider. So with this one in particular, I've been using that Scarlet Laser build, which gives you the tightest possible spread you can get, which actually does give you some range with the shotgun. Now, you don't want to be challenging any ARs or SMGs at crazy long distances with this thing. You got to be like playing cat and mouse and make sure you're hitting your shots, but it's totally possible to hit people with this gun from basically any distance. And if you don't believe me, go onto Rebirth Island, go to one of those little like zip line redeploy stations that you find around the map and shoot at it from the ground, and you can actually destroy it in a couple of shots. And even in the firing range, if you shoot at the last dummy with this thing and this laser, you'll notice you can actually hit the dummy. The pellets don't disappear like normal shotguns behave, so it's kind of strange in that. I might be a little bugged, I don't know, but the point is, this is your only ranged option of the 2 shotguns you have, and this is as good as it gets for the range department here. This whole build, this whole 4 shotgun thing, you're basically trading any range whatsoever, except again being able to kind of get hit markers really far with the lever actions. Yeah, you're basically not going to have any range, which is really strange in game because normally when I have a shotgun, I'll usually like switch to an SMG or AR in my back pocket, but with this one, no matter what gun you swap to, you're going to feel like, shit, I have no range, so I got to be really close. But it leads to some really fun engagements and having to play a certain play style that either you end up really camping, which I hope you don't do. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and actually use this and run around with them. And honestly, I had a lot of fun trying to challenge people at ridiculous ranges with the Lockwoods, and then if they try to push you, swap to the Reclaimer and they're in for a nasty, nasty treat. Now, on to the actual guns themselves, and I'll share with you guys the builds. So taking a look at the gunsmith for both of these, this is the class for the JAK Devastators. Quick thing about this one, Dragon's Breath is a great attachment because it doesn't hurt your range at all or your damage. It basically gives you the same exact damage, but you also get those extra ticks of burn damage, so anywhere from 10 to 30 extra points of damage. You might as well use it because it's not hurting you really in any way. I am rocking a suppressor. A lot of people rock a choke. I don't mind either. I usually just rock a suppressor because it keeps you off the radar. It doesn't hurt your range very much either at all. Notice I am rocking one that hurts it only by about 4%. There's another one, I think it's the SAMX50. So I would recommend either the SAMX50 or the Schwein DX. These are the two suppressors you want to run, or you can rock something like the Bryson choke if you want that better spread. Then we have the Stovall tack laser. This is basically keeping that hipfire spread as tight as it can be when we're moving. And then we have the center mass grip tape. This is basically because we don't know what else to run, and it helps with our sprint to fire speed by about 12%, so why the hell not? Now for the glorious JAK Wardens, this one you can kind of get a little wacky with. Of course, we have a scope. This is for lulz. This is just goofy, and it's huge on this gun, so it's ridiculous and hilarious. You don't have to rock it. I'll take it off. It makes no difference. Now, the Scarlet laser is kind of the secret to this build if you want to go for like those really cool long-range shots, because it makes your spread incredibly tight, as tight as it can be, but the big downside, you can't really move at all when you use it. For the next attachment, I am rocking the Quartermaster suppressor. Why? I don't know. It's just a suppressor. I wanted to rock one. Again, you don't have to rock this. There's not really a point in rocking the choke if you're using that Scarlet laser because it's already super tight. The suppressors, just go ahead and rock one of them. It doesn't really matter. One that hurts your range, or rather that doesn't hurt your range, just go for that. And that's pretty much it. That's all you really need for this build. If you don't like this laser, you can always swap it out for something else, like the Verdant Hook cylindrical laser, and then you can also use the Bryson choke. Of course, that's for your more traditional shotgun, like akimbo shotgun style gameplay. I prefer the cylindrical laser. It's very consistent if you hit that shot. It's also got a really fun gameplay loop, so try it out if you haven't. And that's basically the two builds. That is your 4-shotgun loadout. It's ridiculous, man. I've been using this, and when you actually get your loadout, it's a little strange at first. You got to adapt to not having any range whatsoever, but it's hilariously fun and absurd how well it can work in certain situations. It's just a lot of people don't expect the one-shot shotgun to kill them, and also having the laser that makes you able to challenge people at ridiculous ranges is hilarious because it actually works sometimes, and when it works, you kind of like surprise yourself and you're like, wow, that was kind of insane. It's super fun. I really recommend trying this out. Again, if Warzone's feeling a little stale, if it's feeling like it needs a little pizzazz or something, try this out. It might surprise you too how you fare because again, you don't have any range. You can't be sitting back on prison or on the tower with the new D-tier battle rifle or whatever it is and the STG. You can't really just sit up in places and pick them off. You have to play a little methodical, but it's super fun, pretty damn rewarding when it works, and most of all, it's just fun and absurd. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it as funny as I did, and I hope you guys end up using this. So now I want to know down below in the comments, what do you guys think about this 4-shotgun build? Have you tried it? Are you gonna try it? Do you think it's too ridiculous? Do you think there's some ways we can make it even more ridiculous? And with all that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active.
They on top of you. They on top of you.
Targets left to kill. I believe that's what